Hello, dear ones. I am so happy to be back tonight live with you. And I'm excited to talk to you a bit about what I've been learning and focusing on while I've been traveling. And having just returned from Cuba, I've had a wonderful opportunity to meet people from all walks of life who are focused on their own growth and expansion. You know that I often talk about the fact that you're never done healing or transforming. Transformation is an ongoing process, not just a moment in time. It's like peeling away the layers of an onion. You want to be consciously and continually reaching for the next level, the next depth of your expansion. Now, while transformation is an ongoing process, it does most often begin due to some kind of catalyst, some kind of event, moment, experience that is different from your everyday life. Something happens that sparks the transformation process. If you look back on your life, there are probably moments that you can think about that you would describe as defining moments in your life. It may have been a trip, an event, or what is sometimes called a divine appointment, where synchronicities line up so that you connect with someone. You are at the right place at the right time. These positive defining moments are there, but there are also negative defining moments. Things like hitting rock bottom, experiencing some kind of traumatic event or sickness or an accident. Whether negative or positive, what these events or occurrences do is drag us out of our everyday routines and habits. They open our eyes and make us sit up and take notice. They cause us to start asking questions. So let me start by asking you this question. Would you prefer your transformation catalyst begins from a positive or a negative experience? Would you prefer it begins from a place of desperation or a place of awe and empowerment? I think I know the answer. Of course, we would all love to avoid negative situations and circumstances, but there are reasons why many people's transformation begins from a place of desperation rather than a place of empowerment. And while I believe that some trials are important for our growth and expansion, I also think that too many of us end up choosing trials as a default catalyst to transformation when we don't need to. Yep, too many of us are putting ourselves through things that we don't need to. We are taking on loads where we were never asked to carry, but for some reason, either at a conscious or an unconscious level, we have decided that suffering precedes transformation. Let me say that more clearly. We are choosing suffering as a prerequisite to our transformation. This idea is a false belief that needs to be updated. Suffering is an inherited pattern that I see all the time. And while there are ways that I can help you learn to remove that block so that you understand that suffering is the opposite of your birthright, what I want to do is give you a very simple action step to help you move from a path of trials and negativity to a much easier, more expansive, up-leveled, fun, abundant path where you experience this in ease, in positive change. As you know, I've been traveling recently, and I've had the opportunity to be in sacred places with groups of people who are gathering together for the sole intention of expansion and transformation. These are not people who buy into suffering. These are not people who feel they need to have a victim story to catapult them into deeper awareness and purpose. These are people who have made specific decisions that take them out of their everyday, ordinary lives and place them in new and different circumstances to evoke change. These people understand that what is needed in their lives is a pattern disrupt, a pattern interrupt. These people know that getting up and doing the same thing every day for years on end will keep them getting the same everyday results. They understand that a pattern interrupt in their schedule, in their environment, in their routine, and in their social or business circles will give them a change of positive perspective, but also allow space for new and better things to enter into their lives. They know that, quote unquote, sacrificing. I prefer the term allocating time, money, comfort, or other resources to take part in something extraordinary will give back to them in ways they can't even imagine. So here is what I'm getting at. There are two ways that pattern interrupt can happen in your life. The first is by default. The second is by choice. The default option is where you don't make time or space for transformation, and negative life circumstances force the pattern interrupt. The better option when you get to choose your pattern interrupt, and the way you do that is by saying yes. Say yes to opportunities you would normally brush off because you don't have time or aren't sure about the money, or you don't really want to change your routine. Say yes to opportunities for learning and growth. Say yes to meeting new people. Say yes to getting outside of your comfort zone. Say yes to something that you don't know how you are going to fit into your busy schedule, or maybe scared to do. But it's different from your everyday. Say yes to a positive pattern interrupt so you don't end up on the default track of life, deciding what your pattern interrupt will be. You are having this life experience to learn, grow, expand, and transform. If you are not making decisions in your life that take you outside of your comfort zone, one way or another, we will be taken outside of our comfort zone because this is why we are here. So it's your choice to choose. Do you want to decide what your pattern interrupt will be, or are you going to wait until something impacts you, possibly negatively, and forces a pattern interrupt? I want to help you to start saying yes to more. Nothing brings me more happiness than seeing others living happy, vibrant lives of their own choosing, where they are impacting the world in a positive way, and they are receiving all the benefits of being in alignment with their true nature and purpose. This may be a bold statement, but I am starting to believe that the only difference between those who are living out their desired life and those who are not is completely dependent upon what they are saying yes to. The people who I have met on all these trips and events this spring are no different than you or me. They are busy. They are busy professionals, healers, seekers, parents who know that there is more to life than 9-to-5 job or 2 weeks vacations every year. They have families and businesses, responsibilities. They have doubts and fears. Their lives aren't perfect by any means, but the one thing they do understand is that saying yes to opportunities changes their life. And here's the most amazing thing that I have come to understand. And I want you to listen very carefully to this, especially if you are sitting here right now saying, well, Lisa, come on. I just can't pick up and go to Egypt, Fiji, or Cuba with you, nor can I go to the Arctic or to Costa Rica in August or Japan in December. I'm curious. Are you discounting your ability to say yes to anything right now because your life is overly full and possibly full of things that you don't really want, nor are serving your highest good? So here's the secret. Start saying yes to the things that stretch you just a bit. Say yes to things that stretch your perception of your finances, your time, your energy, your resources just a bit. And then a little bit more. And then a little bit more. People don't start day one by getting up off the couch and suddenly running a marathon. No. They start by walking. Then they start running a 5K. Graduating to 10K, and they slowly stretch themselves and turn themselves into an athlete who runs marathons. This same thing is true for opportunities. When you start saying yes to the small things that stretch you just a bit, the universe will start to put back more and more things in front of you and stretch you even more, so that you can become the person you came to earth to be and fulfill the purposes you are here to fulfill. So on that note, I know there are thousands of you in this group, and many of you are either consciously or unconsciously fearful of stepping outside of your comfort zone. I get it. So I want to give you an opportunity to say yes to something that will actually help you eliminate those fear scripts that are causing you to continue having the smaller impact than you know you are here to have. This is what my upcoming masterclass is all about. Helping you eliminate blocks to your success that are holding you back, keeping you playing small and preventing you from reaching your next level of happiness. Whatever that ideal is that you are holding in your head of what you want in your life to be, or you want your life to be, and the freedom and the abundance you want to receive, it is possible for you. You have been thinking about it for a reason. So take a minute and write out your ideal, whatever it is that just popped into your mind or something that you've known forever. Write it out in vivid detail and really feel how you would feel when this ideal becomes your reality. You've maybe have done this before, and you may be sitting here saying, Lisa, I've done this before, but nothing I want ever materializes. I would say to you, it's because you are missing one of the biggest components of manifestation. Taking inspired action, learning to release negative vibrational frequencies. And when I tell you that the universe wants you to succeed, it wants to conspire on your behalf to bring about opportunities that you need to say yes to. But if fear is standing in your way and you are have to see your future through the illusion of fear, then you won't take inspired action. You will remain stuck. I would love to help you achieve your ideal by working with you during my upcoming Epigenetics Masterclass and teaching you how to remove your own subconscious blocks to your success so you can start saying yes to opportunities that are aligned with your vision. I know you have one. If this is resonating with you and if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. And I'll respond. I always do. Start saying yes, dear one. It will change your life forever. So on that note, I know that there are hundreds of you in this group who are staying in your comfort zone. Just take a minute of quietness and ask yourself, what could it be like if you just took one small step towards your new future? What has it cost you so far by not getting out of your comfort zone? Let me help you overcome this hurdle. Join me in my masterclass this month and experience, like others have, the transformational difference. It's May 28th and 29th from 4 to 7 Pacific time. It covers the perfect time for all international time zones. And I would love to help you. I would love to teach you how to help yourself, and I would love for you to experience the transformational difference when you say yes to the now, because it will positively impact your future.